Okay, y'all, what's up? Back with another video of the weekly struggle. And I kind of want to get right into it because we got a lot of people struggling this week. So, first on the list, we got Lizzo. She just dropped her mixtape called My Face Hurts from Smiling. And I just want to say that in itself is pretty cringe. Now, if you guys don't know about Lizzo, she's been recently battling some legal problems with her and her entourage. She got accused of doing some sexual misconduct. Now, I'm not too sure about the details of that. You guys can go and look it up. But I do know that she was accused of like sexually harassing some of her dancers and other people in her entourage. The results of that resulted in her getting it dismissed, I believe, or something along those lines. So it's not to say that she was innocent in that, but she did duck legal charges and things of that nature. Now, the thing that I want to point out and why I have this pulled up is Lizzo used to be a really big pop star, really big pop star. So even on YouTube, these numbers that she has, 100K views, 40K views, even a feature with SZA only did 123K, 18K, 17, we got 36K, 20. Her biggest song is her song with Doja Cat. That has 157K. So she's not really looking too good in the numbers department. And I know some of you guys are going to say, oh, well, this is just on YouTube. Doesn't matter. Her Spotify numbers are not looking too good either. So to say that she fell off is kind of an understatement because Lizzo used to be she used to be a really big fucking name in the game. Pop, rap, R&B, whatever you want to put her in as far as a box, she used to really be up there with the numbers. So yeah, this fall off is pretty sad. And she did mention some of like what happened with the whole situation of her and her entourage in some of these songs. Now, I've only listened to a couple of these songs because it was hard for me to sit through it. I'm not even gonna lie. This is not really my type. And me, my wife, and my daughter, we used to, like, when she dropped Truth Hurts, we were definitely big fans of hers. So this is not me on some hating shit. I used to enjoy Lizzo's music. This mixtape, not really my cup of tea. She tried to rap on this, and I don't know, I just don't see it for her. She just sounds too much like the other female rappers in the game. Like a couple of tracks, she's trying to bite off of Nicki's flow. She's trying to steal Doja's flow. You know, she doesn't have her own signature rap style. She's just trying to rap like other females, and I really don't like that. I'm not here for that. And I'm not here for you making light of the situation that happened with your entourage. Like, that's disgusting. Even if you got acquitted or got dismissed or you were proven not guilty, why are you gonna be this fucking tasteless and just like, I don't understand it. Oh, and before, I just wanted to, you guys can pause and read this if you want. This is more about what I was just talking about right now. So yeah, feel free to pause and read that if you want. But yeah, that's all I'm going to say about Lizzo. Next thing I want to talk about something a little bit more serious. And it's about the Texas flooding. If you haven't been aware, there's been a couple of cities in Texas that have been getting flooded. People have been losing their houses. People have been losing their lives. People have been really going through it. So I'm going to play this little snippet and then I will come back with the rest of my commentary.
Same time, the grim and painstaking search persists. More than 160 people still missing. At least 120 are dead. An emotional memorial for one of them today, 8-year-old Hadley Hanna, who died along with 27 other girls and counselors at Camp Mystic.
1 week after deadly floodwaters raged on the Guadalupe River, President Trump touching down in the Texas Hill Country, stunned by the devastation.
I've gone to a lot of hurricanes, a lot of tornadoes. I've never seen anything like this.
The president and first lady visiting with first responders and grieving families.
Dozens and dozens of precious children taken from us with such, I looked at the pictures of almost all of them, and it's terrible.
Now, this whole situation is very unfortunate. Like I said, people have been losing their lives. As you can see, that little girl tragically got taken by this whole situation. So it's definitely nothing to make light of. My heart definitely goes out to the families who have been going through it and have lost loved ones, who have lost their houses and their businesses. It's going to have a big lasting impact on it. And one thing that I want to say before I move on is that there could have been more done to prevent this, as far as having the proper warnings, whether it's through people's phones or whether it's through like a hurricane type system, because I know we have one out here where I live. Just corporate greed, man. Like, you guys didn't want to pay money to make sure that people were safe in a time of a disaster, and it resulted in people dying and losing their lives. That is unacceptable on every fucking level. Every level. The people who were in charge of that, who let that slip because they wanted to save $1, there's a special place in hell for you. That's all I'm gonna say about that. I do appreciate that Trump has been trying to do something about it, so I'm not just gonna be like, oh, well, they didn't do anything. Like, I appreciate it, but you could have did more to prevent what happened, and it could have been less of a tragic outrage than what it is now. So do better next time, please. Like, do fucking better next time. But anyways, moving on to something that's a little less important, but we have the whole Stefan Diggs and Cardi B situation. So I'm gonna let this little snippet play and then I'll come back.
We're talking about the hottest new couple in all of sports and entertainment, Cardi B and Stefan Diggs. Or maybe not. Mojo, because, yeah, here's the bad news, Mojo. Cardi B has scrubbed Stefan Diggs, the Patriots star wide receiver, completely from her Instagram page. And in 2025, Mojo, I don't know if there is more of a kiss of death for a relationship than that happening. And that's exactly where we are here now. After weeks and weeks.
And I just want to pause this right here to say that this nigga looks like YG. If y'all don't know who YG is, he is a West Coast rapper. Look him up and put it side by side next to this picture. He looks just like fucking YG. I thought that was hilarious. But anyways.
Of this couple coming to you hot and heavy from all corners of the world, Mojo, whether it was literally the couple in France renting a castle in this romantic weekend getaway to spending time at Stefan Diggs youth football camp in your home state, Mojo, of Maryland. They were inseparable. They were always together, and it looked like this relationship, while it may have been young, that it was serious. Again, you look at her page now, it tells a very different story, Mojo. All of the many photos that were previously there of her and Stefan Diggs are completely gone. Now, she has not come out and explicitly said that they are done, but you read the tea leaves here, and it ain't looking good for the couple, Mojo.
Babecock, as you very well know, this is the universal indicator of a relationship coming to an end. I'm trying to rack my brain right now to think of any other circumstance where removing all of that content would make sense.
Yeah.
And I got nothing. I can't even come up with an outlandish.
Okay, now this whole situation is, well, for me, I feel like I don't really care too much about this situation. I did think it was funny because there's a whole bunch of rumors going around online right now that Stefon Diggs broke up with Cardi B because of her BBL, and it stinks. Like, I thought that was childish and fucking hilarious at the same time. I do want to say that Cardi B is supposed to be dropping an album in September. It's going to be her sophomore album, her follow-up to her first album that went crazy back in, I think it was either 2021 or 2020. It might have been that long. Like, it's been a while since Cardi dropped. And I will say this, it's kind of like, is it a coincidence that all of this is going on right before her album drops? I don't know. This is looking kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? This is looking like a publicity stunt to get people talking about Cardi, if you want me to be honest, because there's nothing serious about this. Like, she dated a New England Patriots wide receiver for a couple of weeks, and now all of a sudden they broke up, and both of their names have been all over. As you can see, TMZ has been all over the internet. It's been everywhere this week. So that's the only reason why I wanted to bring this up. But I do think it's kind of suspicious that, like, this better not be part of your rollout for your album, Cardi, because you could do better than that. Like, people are going to listen to your album regardless. Now, whether or not it's trash or not, that's not for me to say. I haven't heard any of her new music, so it's not for me to say. But I will say this. Her last album had a couple of songs on there that I did enjoy. The one that had B Bunny on it, I think. The one where she remixed the I Like It Like That. I really fucking like that song. And the song that she has with SZA, one of my personal favorites by her. Like, so I'm kind of looking forward. I'm gonna check it out when it drops. But you don't need to do any of this. Like, I hope that is not related, but I'm making that correlation right now because I feel like she's trying to get her name back in the press and shit, get her name back into people's mouths and shit before her album drops to help numbers, and you really don't need to do any of that, Cardi. But anyways, moving on to the next. Now I want to talk about this Clips album. Now, the Clips made an album called Let God Sort 'Em Out. It dropped yesterday, and let me tell you, I've only listened to the album top to bottom twice, but I'm still going to give my opinion on it. I'm going to take it, well, I'm not really going to take it song by song, but I'm going to point out some of the songs. This first song, called Birds Don't Sing with John Legend, phenomenal. The Clips talk about losing their mom and their dad because they both passed away around the same time. First their mom passed, then their dad passed. And this, like, if you listen to this song and you don't feel anything, you ain't got no soul. Like, this song touched me. Like, it's no Diddy. This song is really good. Like, it's really phenomenal. So I don't want to hear that talk like, oh, they just rap about coke and selling drugs and all this other gangster bullshit. Like, no, this album is coming with some substance. This album is coming with something to talk about, not just fucking coke. This Clips, it has Clips, Pharrell, and Kendrick Lamar, and it's called Chains and Whips. And on the first verse, it starts out with Pusha T, and the whole verse, he's going at Jim Jones, which I think it's hilarious because he deserves it after all that bullshit these past fucking couple of months of him talking about he's on Nas's level and he's better than Nas and all this bullshit. You definitely warranted a response from more than just Nas. And then Kendrick came through with his verse, and Kendrick's verse was insane. Like the wordplay and him, he wasn't really going at Drake, but he did talk about the aftermath of what he did to Drake. And it's, again, hilarious. And the fact that he could tie that together in a nice little bow of like, I'm going to present this and I'm going to swag my ass off with these lyrics. Phenomenal. Phenomenal. Definitely, if you have not heard this, go check it out. And then Clips and T.I. and Tyler, the Creator, with POV, definitely worth the fucking spin. Like, Tyler, the Creator, I feel like he's been slept on for a while. Like, just the same as the Clips, because people have been sleeping on the Clips too. So the fact that they linked up, the fact that they're cut from the same cloth, you could definitely hear it on this song. Like, this song goes hard as fuck. Like, but I do want to talk about this for a little bit. Tyler, the Creator, he's going at somebody on his verse. He came out yesterday and said that it was not Drake, but he mentions a lawsuit. He mentioned that somebody that he had a feature with sued him. So if you guys know who he's talking about, let me know, because I'm not even going to sit here and act like I know who he's talking about. I automatically thought it was Drake. But then once I saw his statement talking about it wasn't Drake, now I'm curious to be like who it is, because who else would sue? And it may not have been because of a diss record. It may have been some legal money issues. I'm not sure. Just let me know if y'all happen to see this video and you know who he's talking about, because I want to know whose fucking neck he's going off, because who's ever getting dissed by Tyler on this got destroyed. Like, absolutely destroyed. And then So Be It has already been out. Pusha T's the Ace Trumpet has already been out. And I want you guys to see these views. It's only been a day, like almost like 26 hours now since this album's dropped, and they already got crazy views on YouTube, which for a group that has been out of the game for so long and just came back, especially in this climate of hip-hop where everybody's just on Drake's dick right now, these numbers are impressive. Like, every song on here exceeds what Lizzo has done on her mixtape, which I know I'm not comparing both of them, but what I'm saying is they both had hiatuses and came back. The Clips came back with a fucking vengeance because everybody's here for it. Everybody's here for it. Now, this song, there's one more last song that I want to talk about, and it's the song with the Clips, Pharrell, and The Dream. I'm not sure which one it is. I think it's... I want to say it's Inglourious Bastards, but I could be wrong. But anyways, one of these songs down on the lower end of the album, it has, like I said, the Clips, Pharrell, and The Dream. The only critique I'm going to make about this whole album is that hook was done by Pharrell, and I don't like the hook. You should have put The Dream on the hook. You should have put The Dream on the hook. And then Pharrell should have went in with his swaggy fucking flow like he did on When the Pimp's in the Crib, Ma, Drop It Like It's Hot. He killed that fucking feature. That's wider than breast flowing down your throat. Phantom. I'm not gonna get into it, but that nigga killed that fucking feature, and I wanted some of that on this album. I didn't get that. What we got was it sounds like he was doing some type of weird auto-tune with his voice on the fucking hook, and it doesn't, not only does it not fit the song, But it's like, bro, like you have a master, which is the dream, the master hook fucking eater. And you miss opportunity on that song. That's the only critique I have about the album. Like you should have put the dream on the fucking hook. But anyways, moving right along. Got one more thing to talk about, which is Drake again. Surprise. Now if you guys don't know, if you've been living under a fucking rock, Drake has been boo crying on the fucking internet these past couple of weeks because nobody wants to be friends with him anymore. And I think it's really funny because he's really going at LeBron. Like most of what he said on What Did I Miss was directed straight towards LeBron. And I just want to point out that LeBron has been friends with Drake and Kendrick for years. 4 years. So you knew going into this battle that both of them had their separate friendship. Now all of a sudden, because he wanted to pop out at the pop out event that was in the Lakers stadium where he fucking plays, you wanted to get butthurt and act like he was switching up sides and trading on you and doing all this other fuck shit. Mind you, Drake had a tattoo of LeBron's face on him. And he's recently getting clowned this week because he went out of his way to cover that tattoo up. Like, bro, first of all, you're 1 L for getting it, 3 L's for covering it up, and 4 L's for acting like you're not affected by this whole situation going on. Like, bro, you can't get any more cornier and stupid than this. Like, Drake is the equivalent of somebody who you're friends with and he goes to school and he picks on the most popular kid, gets in a fight with the most popular kid, and now he expects you, his best friend, to not like the most popular kid in school anymore just because he has a problem with him. Like, bro, that's not how shit works. Like, that's not how shit works. Just because you don't like Kendrick doesn't mean LeBron has to hate Kendrick now. Like, first of all, that's some childish shit right there. And second of all, he has no loyalty to you. He never has. It's just a friendship, bro. We're all entitled to be friends with anyone we want to. And I just feel like it's so fucking petty. Like, it's incredibly petty. And I know I have this popped up, but go ahead and I know my big head's in the way. I'm gonna try to move it. Yeah, there we go. Go ahead and pause this and read it if you want, but this backs up everything I just said, basically. But what I do want to highlight is that Drake he's starting his tour with Party Next Door for that ass album they just released, because I skimmed through it. I'm not gonna act like I sat here and listened to every track. It's like a whole bunch of leftover songs that they had in the vault, and it was like, hey, we need to come together and do some shit. And there the album was. The only song that was kind of good, well, I'm not even gonna lie, I like that song that he did, Nostalgia or no Nokia, one of those. It's called one of those, but that song, I like that song. I'm not even gonna sit here and cap. The rest of the songs, no. But anyways, they started the tour, right? And Drake is out here acting like he did something because he had Lauryn Hill cameo. But let me just say this. Lauryn Hill coming out to your show doesn't mean anything. And let me tell you why. Lauryn Hill has been down and out as far as her finances since the 90s, nigga. So if you think she's not gonna pop out because you give her a bag, you're stupid. Like, she's gonna do anything right now for a bag. And I don't blame her for that. But what I'm saying is, Drake, this is not a reflection of your pull in the game anymore. It's really not. Like, Your pull in the game has been over. Like, people don't need you on a feature anymore. You've never been that guy. You just ride waves on whoever's up and coming at the time. You've never been a wave creator. Like, you don't create the waves, bro. You just follow them. You ride on them. It's a big difference. Because I'm tired of hearing all these people like, oh, well, Drake with the stimmy packages and Drake made all these guys famous and shit. Like, no, he didn't, bro. He saw that they were up and coming. He saw that they had a new sound and he said, let me jump on this. Big difference. Big fucking difference. So, like, I'm tired of this narrative that Drake's out here making careers. And even if he was, I'll give y'all that. Even if he was, he can't do it anymore. Because that song with Tumaza flopped so fucking hard. So hard. So where's the stimmy package on Tumaza? Where's it at? Like, I don't want to hear that bullshit anymore. I know I'm still gonna hear it online because you fanboys are just so far up his ass you can't even see straight. But we're just gonna keep coming with these facts, bro. This you guys can again pause it, read it. I'm not gonna really go into this whole thing, but he did pop out with Lauryn Hill, which is a feat in itself. But like I said previously, if you think she's not doing it just for the bag, then you're delusional, more so than we thought you were. So that pretty much ends my my rant. This has been week 4 or 5. I don't know, week 4 or 5 of the weekly struggle. I'm gonna keep bringing you guys some nice content. This week I got the next installment in my Married and Unfiltered. So once I drop that, please tune in and I will see you guys in the next video.